everybody, my name is Maribel B, also known as Nailartistrybymb on Instagram. I'm here to do a short tutorial. I've been trying for like 4 days to get a tutorial out to you guys. I'm so sorry, but hopefully this one will work. I'm just going to show you guys how to do some stripes, some real easy designs. These are some of the colors I picked at random, and just to kind of show you real quick what works with the water marbling. Of course, OPI, Julep, China Glaze, all those work really great with water marbling. I've got this nice hot pink by Wet n Wild, because I just bought this the other day. LA Colors works great, and you can get these at the dollar store. Of course, OPI, Julep, this nice little purple. And we finish it off with this top coat by Rimmel, which really seals the color in and makes the design last for several weeks. And I'm just going to add a little bit of silver accent to the design just to make it kind of stand out a little bit. Now the tools that I use a brush that this is an acrylic brush, but I've cut it and customized it so I'm able to get into the cuticles and get all that color out. Especially with bright colors, it's very hard to get out. I got a dotter tool that I use to pull the design in the water as well as take the excess nail polish out. And of course scissors to cut the tape off, of which I've got my 2 nails taped. I've already done these designs, but I've got these taped. And my acetone to do the final cleanup. So if you can come a little closer, real quick, just want to give credit to my daughter Jasmine. She's taking the video. Say hi. Okay, so we're going to pull these close to us, and we're going to make sure that they're open, of course, so that way we can do it really quickly. Now the water is very important. This is my water cup that I use for my water marbling, which as you can see it's filthy with nail polish, but I like it. It's kind of neat. The water, what I do with my water anyway, is I leave it out room temperature, so that way it'll work better with marbling. If it's too cold, it'll be dry once it hits the water. If it's too hot, it's going to be, you know, kind of gooey and gooky. So I just leave mine out overnight, and when it gets cloudy and foggy, I just change it out. So we're going to take the polish, and we're just going to do a drop. And we don't want to drop it from very high, because then the little ball of paint will drop to the bottom, and then you lose that color. So we've got that nice green in there. I love this OPI with those flakes in there. And when you see this happening in the water, when it spreads out, that's a very good indication that the water is the perfect temperature. And what I'm going to show you guys how to do is just basic stripes, nothing fancy. We'll save that for another tutorial, provided this one works. Okay, one more drop of the julep. Okay, so with the stripes design, which kind of looks like these right here, these are going across, and of course these are going up and down like this one. We're just going to pull on each end and pull it out, and then kind of wipe off the excess. And we're just going to go back. Oops, and that doesn't matter. We can still do it. Go back and forth, back and forth, back. And if you get a little bit of excess, you can always just wipe it off. That's really pretty. Now this area here on the outer edge of the circle is already dry. As you can see, it's kind of dry already. You don't want to mess with that. You just want to concentrate here. So I'm going to do a straight up and down design. So we're just going to put the nail in and slowly push it in. Leave it under the water until you grab all this stuff from around it. And if it doesn't work when you're trying to pull it all away, just blow on it a little bit to help it dry. And look at that. You got some nice highlights in there. Really pretty shading, really pretty colors. We got a little water bubble. We can just pop that, no biggie. And now we're going to do the next finger, and that one is going to go across. And you don't need to rush. It's not going to dry right away. You don't want to take your time, but you definitely don't want to rush. And let's say you do something like this, oops, and you mess up. No big deal. That can be fixed. It still creates a really nice design, so I usually just keep going. So that kind of worked out really nice there. Put a little green in there. And it's always fun to play around with it and try new techniques. And one more of this pretty purple by Julep. And so we do the same thing. And we're going to pull across this way to leave that pink there. So we've got that, and then we just go across, back, forth, back, forth. Real easy. And see how that kind of worked out, that pink? No biggie. And so I'm going to take my finger now and we're going to go, because the lines are facing this way. You can always move the cup to grab a specific design, but we're just going to go right here and push it in. Blow on it a little bit. And voila. Oh, that is gorgeous. So as you can see, every single design that I did the exact same way. They all look different. And that's the fun part about it. It's the uniqueness of it all. Okay, so now we're just going to push all this stuff away. And now I'll be cutting the tape off. And that's one. And it does get a little difficult when all 10 of your fingers are taped up because your fingers tend to get a little stiff. But with practice, makes perfect. And unfortunately, I am a perfectionist. That's one of my flaws. But I use it to my benefit, of course. So there we go. We've taken the tape off. And now we just have to clean it up. So what I do now, and we can just kind of just close that over so we don't get that on our fingers. I take my little acetone bottle, pour a little bit in the cap, and we just clean all that stuff off. And with this type of brush, it's so precise that you can get any color, because I know those lime greens and those neon colors are very difficult to get, and like these blues and blacks. But with this brush, it's always perfect. That's how my nails always look perfect. And that's one. And now we do the other one. And we're almost there. And there we have it. Now sometimes, of course, you do get some in the bottom of your finger. And you can just use the brush and just wipe that off. So I take this little silver here, and I'm just going to add a couple of accents just to make it stand out, because I think this silver looks really neat. And you can just blow those bubbles of water out. I think we should put some right here in the center. And just kind of fill that in a little bit. And that looks really pretty, maybe a little bit on this side. And you can use stickers, decals, you can make your own stickers. Those are always fun to do, and customize this any way you want to do it. Put a little bit more, and there we go. So there we have it. Let me get this dry spot here. And then we just seal it. Now, it's important not to go over the design too many times with the clear, because it will make it bleed. So maybe 1 or 2 tries like that. And you can always do a double coat. But sometimes I do mess up and my colors end up bleeding a little bit. But that's okay. If that's the effect you're looking for, that's fine. Maybe a little bit on this end right here. And there we have it. Stripes going across and diagonal. And there's my tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to, hit me up on Instagram. You can also get at me at Facebook. It's facebook.com/mbnailartist. You can ask me questions there, and if you want any other tutorials, feel free to ask. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys. I'm so happy that you guys are supporting me in my art, as I will support you guys in your art. Muchos besos. Adios.